Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And in this video, we have to talk about Tesla. They just shared their numbers for the first quarter of 2021 in the company B on revenue and earnings expectations, and they set a record high for the company with $438 million of net income over the past 3 months. And their top line revenue grew 74% year over year as well. So in this video, we're going to go over Tesla's latest earnings, discuss how the company performed, what they missed on, what they did well on, and the future expected growth throughout 2021 and beyond. And this company is already one of the largest in the world with a market cap at $700 billion, and they're in the top 10 of the largest companies in the S&P 500. So Tesla is beloved by investors all around the world. They're one of the most innovative companies on the market, and going forward, they're not projected to slow down in their growth anytime soon. And right now, the company is on a slight decline from their high of over $883 per share, and they're now sitting down around 16%. So now may be a great time after this strong quarter to get into Tesla if you believe long term the company will continue to grow. And before we actually break down their numbers, I'm going to ask you to please hit that like button and subscribe. I am the Gen Z Investor, and every single day we talk about the stock market, going over different stocks you can buy and any major market news. So please hit that like button, subscribe for the daily videos. And in this episode, we're going to discuss Tesla and if now is the time to buy the company after their latest earnings. And if we take a look at the numbers, they generated $10.39 billion of total revenue, beating the expectation that was set at $10.29 billion, in their total sales grew 74% from Q1 2020. And their earnings per share over the past 3 months came in at 93 cents, once again beating the Wall Street analyst expectation of 79 cents per share. And they set a record for their net profit in a quarter of $438 million to start out this calendar year. And something very interesting to know is that Tesla reported a $101 million positive impact over the first quarter related to the sale of Bitcoin. Back in February of 2021, they were one of the first companies in the S&P 500 to transition a large portion of their cash balance into the cryptocurrency world. And they purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin earlier on this year. And then as that currency has exploded in popularity and the price of it has shot up, Tesla actually locked into profits and posted a $101 million gain on their Bitcoin in the first quarter, which is very interesting. And I think going forward, starting from where we are right now, we're going to see more and more companies adopt cryptocurrencies, and this is going to become a more popular thing during earnings reports and financial statements down the road. And we can see record high net income over the past quarter, and Tesla has completely turned it around. From posting hundreds of millions of dollars in losses every single quarter, they have seen some nice acceleration and have remained profitable over the past 7 consecutive quarters, which is a terrific sign. And going forward, as they sell more units, deliveries go up, profit margins continue to increase, I think the company will remain profitable over the longer term. And if we actually take a look at the delivery numbers over the past quarter, they once again set a record high of delivering 184,000 vehicles over the past 3 months. And I think this shows how strong of a company Tesla really is. Even throughout a global pandemic, they continue to deliver record high vehicles quarter after quarter. And they gave some guidance for their full year expectation throughout 2021, and they predict a 50% growth rate in their total vehicle delivery, meaning they're expecting to deliver over 750,000 vehicles to close out this entire year. And if we take a look at the company's latest earnings report presentation, we can see over the past 90 days, they had operating cash flow minus capital expenditures, which is a company's total free cash flow of $293 million in Q1. They have debt and finance lease reduction of $1.2 billion in the quarter and some net cash outflow of $1.2 billion related to the purchase of Bitcoin earlier on this year. And in total, they did spend around $2.2 billion, but I like the buys. Investing some cryptocurrencies as well as paying down some debt is very interesting for the company. In their profitability, they reported $594 million of GAAP operating income with a 5.7% total operating margin, which of course is very small right now, but those margins are projected to grow every single year at greater scale and greater capacity. And overall for the quarter, we saw that record high net income of $438 million, and that's continuing to grow quarter over quarter. And right now, with regarding to operations, their Model 3 was the best-selling premium sedan in the world. In the world, not in North America, not in Europe, not in China, but across the global market, Tesla's Model 3 was the #1 selling premium sedan, which is absolutely amazing. And we can see right now, year over year, their numbers are phenomenal. Beating Q1 2020, their total revenue in the automotive space grew 75%. And overall, their total top line was up 74%, and their gross profit grew 79% year over year. And the company's operating margin did improve as well by 99 basis points. And finally, earnings per share was up 304%. And now if we take a look at the company's production levels, during the first 3 months of this year, they made over 180,000 of the Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, which are in the most demand at this current point in time. But the company produced 0 of their higher end Model S and Model X, and those are the cars that come with a higher price tag, but also come with a higher margin for the company. So although they produced 0 in the first quarter, they announced that by the second half of 2021, they expect to produce 2,000 of these vehicles every single week. So a slight rebound from where they are right now, and hopefully the production levels and the demand for the higher end vehicles will come back as the pandemic comes to an end and consumers and the wealthier individuals are going out and buying more cars with their discretionary income. And of course, deliveries, we can see only 2,000 vehicles delivered from their existing inventories for the higher end models, and the remaining were coming from the Model 3 and the Model Y. And if we take a look at the company's production levels over the longer term, they are nowhere near their full capacity. Right now in California, they can produce all of their vehicles, with the majority of their production focused on the Model 3 and the Model Y. And then of course in Shanghai, they only produce the Model 3 and the Model Y with a capacity of 450,000 vehicles every single year. But right now the company has some major gigafactories under construction and in development in Berlin, Texas, and future developments that aren't even under construction just yet. And in the Berlin plant, they're going to produce the Model Y. In Texas, they're going to make the Model Y. And in future development, they're also going to produce the Cybertruck in Texas as well. And I think that Cybertruck, we're going to discuss it later on in the video, is going to be a big catalyst to drive the company much farther than where they are right now. And over the longer term, they have to be determined for their next plant that's going to build the Tesla Semi, the Roadster, and any future products. And if we take a look at the company's actual financial statements, we're not going to spend a lot of time on the income statement because we saw everything. Revenue's up, net income's up, and the company's growing, which is a great sign. But there is still one very important line that we have to discuss, and it is the total sales generated from their energy and storage business. Right now, people often overlook the capacity of what Tesla's energy and storage business can be over the long term. And for people who don't understand the company and just know it from its face value, they think it's going to be the best car manufacturer in the world, and that's it. But for the people who understand Tesla overall and know what the company is really striving for, they understand that this is an energy company with a strong capacity to have this energy generation and storage business be much larger than the actual car and automotive part over the longer term. And that's where Tesla is going to strive through their Solar Roof and all their different products focus on energy generation and storage. That's where the company's long-term growth potential is going to come from. And I think it often gets overlooked when evaluating this company. And we can see back in 2020, in the first quarter, their total revenue from this segment was only $293 million, but that has now grown, almost doubling to $494 million in Q1 2021. So it's another aspect of their business that is growing at a terrific rate. And if we take a look at their balance sheet, Tesla's in a very healthy financial position at this current point in time. We can see total current assets of $24.7 billion compared to short-term debt right around $14.8 billion, so a very strong current ratio, well above 1, well above 1.5, and I'm not worried about Tesla's short-term financial position whatsoever. And we can see for the first time, the company has digital assets, which of course is the Bitcoin they purchased at the beginning of this quarter. And we can see before, those were all zeros, and they now sit at $1.33 billion in total and the worth of their cryptocurrencies. So overall, a nice balance sheet from Tesla. Over the long term, as they are an energy and tech-based company, it will improve. It's only going to get stronger. And another company with some nice operations, definitely worth taking a look at right now. And two products over the longer term, a couple years out from where we are today, that I think is going to drive them much farther than where they are right now is of course the Cybertruck, which I absolutely love. I love the design, and I think going forward, it's really going to attack the electric pickup truck market in a very strong manner. And of course, another version of their vehicles is the Tesla Semi. So right now, there's only a few competitors operating in the electric semi space, and I think Tesla, if they can be one of the first to market, they already have some big contracts with companies like Walmart to get their vehicles on the road, and I believe this product will create some great benefits for the company over the next 5 to 10 years. And as a whole, Tesla's absolutely exploded as of late. Over the past 5 years, the stock is up more than 1,000%, and it's been crushing it over the past 12 months. And many investors have been piling into this company. They believe there's nothing going to slow it down. And some bulls, like Cathie Wood, believe Tesla is going to be worth trillions of dollars over the next few years and be the largest company in the world. And going forward, if you want to own some shares of Tesla, make sure you do your research. Understand the company, understand their business, their growth, the expansion of their profitability, and what they're going to focus on over the long term, because it's much more than just producing cars. And once you understand that, you'll get a clear picture of what the company can become and why Cathie Wood believes it can actually grow to such an astounding level. But overall, this has been one of the more volatile companies on the market. We've seen it jump up and down over 10% in a single day. So you definitely have to have a strong stomach if you want to be a Tesla shareholder. And now we're going to wrap up the video, so please let me know down in the comments below if you like the company, if you own Tesla, if you're going to buy it, what you think about the earnings. Did you like it? Do you think it was good or bad? Were you expecting better or worse? Just let me know your thoughts. I love to have discussions, and I believe over the long term, Tesla will always be an entertaining company to discuss on the channel, to learn more about, and follow along with Elon Musk, who is now one of the wealthiest people in the world and in history of all mankind. And I do believe I am a bull on Elon Musk, not always on Tesla, but on Elon Musk individually, that over the next few decades, he will get individuals on Mars, and I'm really looking forward to all of his developments in help changing and improving the Earth. So thank you for watching to the end. I am the Gen Z Investor, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.